Hi, welcome to another video. Today it's like the middle of February, but I'm gonna film my March TBR because why not? If you didn't know, I play Bookopoly Deal every month, which is a book TBR game based on a card game called Monopoly Deal, which is obviously based on Monopoly, but it is a fast-paced card game instead. I've been playing for a while now, so I will try and remember to link the playlist down below, but it is always available on my channel. If you follow through to my channel, you'll see the playlist of previous Bookopoly deals. Essentially, there's a bunch of cards, some of them are properties, and the goal of Bookopoly Deal is to collect one property set, and most of the cards have a prompt or affect another prompt. Like rent affects a property prompt. You get the vibe. We're going to be playing on the back of my door here so you can kind of see what's going on, and I'll give you the rundown as we go. Pick some things, some things I need to read in March regardless, things I really want to read in March. So let's get started. First up we have this card. This is cash. Cash adds up. It serves a purpose. And that is to make sure I'm not putting too little stuff on my TBR because I read a lot. So if I have more cash at the end than cards, than books on my TBR, I have to add more up to the value of the cash. Here's our second card. Oh, that's a property. This is Bow Street. Bow Street is a YA low fantasy, which means fantasy but set in the real world to a degree. And for this, I'm gonna read a book I've been meaning to read for a while, and that is A Violent Ends by Chloe Gong. This is the sequel to these Violent Delights, and is set in Shanghai. It's a historical fantasy, so it meets that low fantasy criteria, and we're following rival gangs in Shanghai, and a magical element. I really liked book one, can't wait to read book two, can't wait to read book two, so I'm very excited to get this on the TBR. Alright, our next prompt or card is also cash. We'll add this up as we go, or at the end I'll tell you how much we've got cash wise, we'll figure that out. Here's our next card, more cash. Overwhelmingly, if you didn't realize, the vast majority of cards in the deck are cash cards. Here's a property. That is Pall Mall. And Pall Mall is adult high fantasy. I'm going to put a book that I need to be reading anyway for this, and that is Edge Dancer by Brandon Sanderson, which is the final component of Arcanum Unbounded that I haven't read yet. This is the 2.5 novella in the Stormlight Archives, and April and I are reading this together. High fantasy. Stormlight Archives focuses on, it's complicated. It's so complicated, but there's storms. They're on a planet that's like mostly desert, but then storms come through, but like so horrific that everyone has to be out of the water. Slavery, things are happening. This is a novella set in that world, following a character who was briefly introduced in book two. I'm excited for it. April and I are going to be buddy reading this, so I needed to get it on anyway, or I needed to read it regardless. Obviously most properties sets are 3, some are 2, you know, classic Monopoly. Here is my next card, cash. Oh, here's a property. This is a red, Trafalgar Square, which is a 2019 new release. 2019. Something from my new release section that I got in 2019. Let me go have a look. I've decided I want to go with The Gracia by Kim Liggett. This is a YA dystopian that looks at like gender politics, and the girls have the power to lure grown men from their beds and to drive women mad with jealousy. And so they're banished for their 16th year, because that's when they're most potent. And so they're sent into the woods, and I have heard really good things about this. I've had it for a while, obviously, and I'm excited about it. I've been excited this whole time. I just haven't had a chance to read it. So I'm excited about this. Oh, we have a red, yellow wild card. So that's a contemporary or a new release wild card. That does also go towards red as a property set. It could. I have an idea for something I want to read for this. It is both set in contemporary, it's historical, and oh, what do I want to read? One of those. I think I want to read a brand new release because I want to. Let me go get it. It's a recent release. Alright, it's not contemporary. It has a magical element. I forgot about that. But I'm going to read for this A Marvelous Light. It's a new release. I bought it as a new release. It came out end of last year. And I bought it really early this year as soon as I could get my hands on it. And this is a male romance component. But it's like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde retelling, or a Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. I can't remember. One or the other. And I really want to get to this sooner rather than later because I really want to read book 2 when it comes out. So this is my pick for this. Oh, we have another property. This is green. This is Regent Street. Greens are middle grade and Regent Street is an adventure, which is one of the ones I always find so hard to define. But I really want to read A Storm of Sisters, which is, I don't have it yet, but I'm going to read that for this because I should have it plenty of time for the month. A Storm of Sisters is the 4th book in the A Tangle of Spells series. It looks like this by Michelle Harrison. I'm going to write a note for myself. All right, let's do our next book. Our next card is another property. This is Northumberland Avenue. We now have 2 purples and 2 reds, so we're like progressing towards the set. Northumberland Avenue is an adult science fiction. Let me have a look at what I have. Adult sci-fi. Oh, I didn't look there. I don't know if it's really adult. I don't know if it's really adult. Alright, I think I might pick The First Sister by Lyndon A. Lewis. I obviously like the other cover much better, but this is the cover I have. My other option is Winter's Orbit by Everina Maxwell. This is about a priestess of the sisterhood. She travels the stars alongside the Gian soldiers of Earth and Mars who own the rights to her body and soul. And Winter's Orbit is like a space opera romance. There's also space opera vibes, but I'm not sure. I'll put this on for now, but if we end up with a lot of physical reads, I might change it for Winter's Orbit. What have we got next? It's my birthday, which is good. This one gives me a reread option, and I want to reread Equal Rights by Terry Pratchett, which I'll be reading with April from Aprilius Maximus. This is the 3rd Terry Pratchett Discworld book. We're going to be reading it together. I've read it before, obviously, so this is a reread. What's this? Liverpool Street Station. All right. That's a pun pick. I'm gonna go give Linda a selection of, I'll put her off camera, but I'll get her to pick something for me. I'll figure it out in a minute. She cursed me. How rude. Yes, Guess what she picked? This isn't even officially on my TBR. She just happens to own a copy. So rude. I can't promise I'll finish this. I may DNF it. I may veto it. I think I'll finish every book I have this month, so I still have a get out of free card hanging out. May just get out of jail free on this one, but this is what she wants me to read. She hasn't even read it. She owns it. She hasn't read it. She wants me to read it. Curse her. Curse Linda. How rude. Alright, so my alternative, apparently, is I can read The Handmaid's Tale and The Testament, but I have to read both, which are also her books, not my books. She says I have to read both because what she wants is for me to read the Testaments, but obviously I can't read the Testaments without having read The Handmaid's Tale. This might be more achievable than it. I think it might kill me, so I might go with these ones. And we're still not done. Let's get some more blue tack and keep going. Oh, cash. We have rent, which could go on light blue or brown, which we have neither of, so that counts as cash. This TBR is gonna kill me. I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing it now. Oh, this rent applies to anything. What do I want to risk? What do I want to risk? Maybe I could put it on this on the sci-fi. No, that wasn't the sci-fi. What was the sci-fi? It was this one. And I can randomize between those two choices, because rent means I have to randomize my options. And obviously we had, we could have read either Winter's Orbit or The First Sister for that sci-fi prompt. So maybe we'll do that and we'll make Google decide instead of me deciding. All right, so I'm going max out of 2. First Sister is 1. Sure. Winter's Orbit is 2. Generate 2. Oh, so we're definitely gonna be reading a Winter's Orbit. That does make reading Linda's wild picks a little easier. What is this? This is a forced deal. You can see. This means I have to borrow from someone else's TBR or the library, which works well for me because I have a pick that is from the library. And it is, technically I could apply it to one of these prompts. So I could apply it to this. Maybe I'll just, you know what? I'm gonna pick something. Normally I would apply this to a different challenge, but we're gonna make it its own prompt. We'll change that rule. It's its own prompt now. I'm gonna read The Appeal by Janice Hallett, which I have out from the library, and it needs to go back. So this is gonna be my pick for Steele. All right. We have a draw 2, +2, which is a Pasco, which I draw an extra 1 at the end. You draw 2 in actual bookopoly. I'm not that mean to myself. This is getting chaotic. I'm a bit worried. Ah, it's another Pasco. I'm excited about all the books I have here so far, but still. Oh, another black. We have Marylebone Station, which is a poll pick. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna put a poll up of 4 books I have here left over from my clear shit TBR from the end of last year that I want to read. Let's pick the 4 ones I think will be like most fast paced. So will either be, I'm gonna put this on Twitter, by the way. So by the time this video goes up, it will have already been chosen. I'll pop it here. But we have Cytonic, The Hawthorne Legacy, A Dark and Starless Forest, or How We Fall Apart. Those are going to be the options on the poll. Don't. I mean, not you. Here's what ended up getting picked. This stack's getting wild. And Leave is still not done, so let's keep drawing. This is hurting my soul. Definitely I'm gonna need this skip. Because I need it. Cash. And I think I flushed you the bottom of the deck, but never mind, because I'm not going to get there, so it doesn't really matter. Here's the next one. Rent on purple or orange. There you go. I could put it on Bow Street and randomize a couple of options. Or I could put it on Pall Mall and, well, let's put it on Bow Street, which was our young adult low fantasy, because I have some other options for that. And we can go from there. So our original pick was Our Violent Ends. Remember that? So that's number one. Other options are Where the Drowned Girls Go by Sean Maguire, which is Portal Fantasy, which I'm calling low fantasy here. The City Beautiful by Aiden Polydorus, also low fantasy, set in Chicago. And Summer Suns by Lee Mandelio, which is a horror fantasy gothic set in the South. So all of those are set in the real world. Let's go. Our Violent Delights, which is Our Violent Ends, which is one we already had, is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go, team. Out of Rent Scammy Man, we picked 4, which gets us Summer Suns. But I should have like shown you. 1 out of 4, we got 4. Just Summer Suns. So that's instead of Our Violent Ends, because we had to apply rent to it. Oh my god, this is a chaos TBR. I'm so scared. Alright, we're still going, buddies. We're still going. We do not have a full set yet. We're close. We've got 2 purples, 2 oranges. No, not 2 oranges. 2 purples, 2 reds. 2 blacks, but you need 4 of those. So. Is this another 4 steel? It is, which means another library book. So I do have another library book here. This is Lore Olympus by Rachel Smythe, which is a graphic novel, Hades and Persephone retelling. So sure, let's do that. I know not much about this, but I've heard really good things. So it was a webcomic first and then got made into a graphic novel. So I guess that's my next pick. Oh, slide deal. Slide deal means I can switch out a prompt for a free book. Linda will hate me if I do this to her. So what can I do instead? I want to read everything else I have though. And I want to read The Handmaid's Tale. I do, I really do. Let's save this for now. I'm gonna put it up top because I haven't applied it to anything. We're gonna save it in case there's something else that pops up later that I don't like. Because we're still not done yet. And that could be a really bad one, but I just don't want to do. So, cash. And it doesn't mean I take it away entirely. It means I get to switch it for something else. So, we're done. At least we've got a full set now. This is a complete wild card. I get to pick whatever I want. That also means we have a full set. It can either be reds or the purples. Either way, we both apply. I hope you heard that because I was facing away. A book, any book, any book. I'm gonna pick a book I'm gonna be reading anyway for Paige's book club. The book club of the Library of the Unread book club, which is on Facebook, and that is Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sue Lynn Tan. This is fantasy based on the Chang'e's moon goddess, the legend of Chang'e the moon goddess from Chinese mythology. I'm so excited for this. This cover is stunning. And we're going to be reading it for the book club, so I had to read this anyway, so I'm put on for that. Okay, and we have 2 draw twos, so we're drawing 2 more cards. These guys here. So here's the first one. Fleet Street, which is a red, which is a 2021 new release. Here it is. There you go, you can see it there. It's a 2021 new release. I'm gonna stick it down here. You know, I wanna read it anyway, so let's pop Our Violet Delights. Oh no, did we end up? No, that was fine. Our Violet Ends is gonna go here. And our final draw, unless this is a pull 2 blood plus 1 again, is, oh, another prompt. I was hoping for something gentle on me. This is Oxford Street, which is a middle grade mystery. Well, I have an idea for that too. I'm gonna pick this, The Painted Dragon, which is the 3rd Sinclair mystery. These are set in, oh, there's some misprinting going on here. I never noticed that. It's only in the start. But I'm going to listen to the audiobook of this anyway, I think. These are set in a, we're following 2 girls who are like becoming amateur detectives. They work in a department store, like an old-fashioned department store in Britain. Does it have a date somewhere? It is like set in the past. I wonder if it says. It's like the early 1900s, 1909. So this is the middle grade mystery I'm going to pick. I think I'll listen to the audiobook to speed it along. We have Winter's Orbit, also an audiobook, speed things along. You know, we can the speed. Okay, so let's review. I'll do a close-up of that. But we have Summer Suns for Bow Street plus Rent. That's a low fantasy, a young adult low fantasy. We have Edge Dancer by Brandon Sanderson for a high fantasy adult. We have The Grace Year by Kim Liggett for a 2019 new release. We have A Marvelous Light by Freya Marshk for a new release. We also have A Storm of Sisters by Michelle Harrison for a middle grade adventure, and Winter's Orbit for an adult by Everina Maxwell for an adult sci-fi. Then we had It's Your Birthday, and we're reading Equal Rights for that. Then we had Liverpool Street Station. Hang on. What was Northumberland? That was the science fiction. Yeah, that on it. Then we had Liverpool Street Station, which was a partner pick, and Linda picked for me either it or both The Handmaid's Tale and The Testaments. I think I'm gonna go with these two, but I do also have a get out of jail free card, so well, I'll try and get to it because I want to do right by Linda, but I might just read the first one. We'll see how far. Then we had A Forced Deal, which was a library book, which got me The Appeal by Janice Hallett. Then Mare of the Bone Station was a poll pick, which will be one of these 4, but you'll know which one because you'll see it on the screen right now. I'll vote now on your phones. Then we had another Forced Deal, which got us another library pick, which is Laura Olympus. Then we had Total Wild Card, which I picked for that, Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Sutherland Tan, because I'm reading it for Pages Book Club anyway. And then we had Fleet Street, which is a 2021 new release, and for that I picked Our Violet Ends, which we did already have earlier in the TBR, but it came off again. Bookopoly deal really did me chaos today. Absolute chaos. And then we finally had Oxford Street, which got us The Painted Dragon, which I will be planning on listening to on audiobook because I have no hope with everything else. No hope. Anyway, that's everything on the TBR. Let's count how many cash monies we have. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. We definitely have more than 8 books on this TBR, for sure. I can already see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 books in this TBR. So we've definitely passed that criteria. A couple of other things I will probably read regardless, or as well, include Where the Drowned Girls Go by Shauna Maguire, this book of poetry, If They Come For Us by Fatima Ashka, also Milk Teeth by Ray White is another collection of poetry I plan to be reading. I've got it out from the library. I also really want to read Gallant by V. Schwab. So Tell me I'm screwed now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I feel destroyed and distraught. But alas, we've got a lot to read this. Anyway, here's the close-up. So here's our little set. We have a double set of properties here because we've got these three and a wild property that could have gone for the purples or the greens. So many options, but you know, we got the wild card right near the end. So, and these two after that, so. I'm crying. I mean, I'm not, but I'm a bit worried. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and comment down below if you're excited about any of these, because I'm excited about all of these, just excited and scared. Mainly just because of the sheer number of books on this TBR. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon in a new video. Bye!